You know, I've come to realize things, and it's almost as if as every day goes by, we tend to stray further away from the things that we've been so spoiled with, and it's really a shame because there's a lot of nice things that we could have, but sometimes we don't always get the nice things that we think we deserve. All fucking right. We are testing the Logitech Braille on the full power desktop with our Yeti mic. And I'm not gonna lie, this looks absolutely spectacular. The combination of the three, you get to see way more. Now, even though we're digitally broadcasting in 400 pounds, this is all you get of me. So today's discussion, I actually wanted to talk about legacy support for these TCG archetypes. I was having an epiphany. The new block is releasing in August, and I don't think a lot of people realize that this will lead to more TCG exclusives. And you guys know what that means. The next fucking shit tier archetype and the next good archetype are possibly right around the corner. And we don't have any information about these, and we very well could be leading into a new generation. Also, you get to see the whole in 400p. So, what does this mean? Well, in addition to new support, old support is going to continue to go. It sucks because there is no more UA support. I don't know. Ultra athletes. This might just be a video of me complaining about ultra athletes. Ultra athletes were literally 2 cards short from literally having everything that they could have potentially needed to be a fucking deck. And it's so frustrating because there were a lot of decent UA players out there with the actual fucking it's not like I have a workout, but this is what I'd look like if I did. There were a lot of good UA players out there, and a lot of them believed that there was potential in the deck. And you know where that got them? A fucking pile of shit in a reprint set called Mega Pack 15. Yeah. And that was it. Hell, even Burning Abyss at least got another fucking support card. The OCG gave Beatrice to us. And that was a card not designed in our branch. Well, it might have been. You never know. But that was something that the OCG gave and said, all right, well, here you guys go. Try this. And Ultra Athletes didn't get anything. Kaijus haven't gotten any more. Subterrors are about to... Well, actually, Subterrors are done. They just got their last block of support. Nemesis Fiend was it. She's a good fucking card, but that's besides the point. Some of these archetypes just need 1 or 2 more cards to really get going. Ultra Athletes had their one spectacular good card. Kaiju's had Slumber. Nemesis Fiend is the one for fucking Subterrors. Well, actually, their trap card's pretty fucking good, but I still think that the Fiend is incredibly good. But at the end of it all, that's it. That's one of the problems I have with these TCG based archetypes. Outside of the one rare example of Burning Abyss, Noble Knights were a complete and utter shit show, but at least they got more support over time. And I kind of wonder, what their reasoning is for why they haven't gone further in depth with these archetypes. I get that there's only X sets or X set windows to include these things, but why are you not going further down in terms of the product design and hollowing out more spaces, promos, things like this? There, the problem is there's not enough. And when you see a TCG archetype outside of Burning Abyss, you're like, oh, well, yeah, Kaiju, bro, best engine in the game. No, Kaijus are meant to be their own deck. That's why they have fucking Waterfront. You know, that's why they're designed the way they are. And you know what we get for Kaijus these days? Oh, that's a nice masterpiece you have there. A badunk. And now you have a Kaiju. You know, I don't think that the Kaijus... There's no fucking way that when they designed the Kaijus, they had thought that the player base would be using them in the way that they are today. You know, so I mean, that's one of the cool things that came about it, but, you know, where's my legacy support on these TCG archetypes? You can give Burning Abyss one more card. They need it. Dante hasn't died. Don't think Dante's ever going to fucking die at the rate we're fucking going here. But that's honestly besides the point, though. You know, with the way that the game's going and the way it's progressing, that's it. The block's done. We're rolling into our new set here. You know, Code of the Duels comes out in August. And the unfortunate situation, it's either going to be some really goddamn good link support for TCG archetypes, or hopefully they don't make them generic. We learned our lesson with Dante. But if they do happen to make some really good generic support, then our meta is going to be pretty devastated. So that's something to take note of here, that there is potential coming. Whether or not it's going to be fun or bad, you know, but that's what we're going to have to deal with rolling into the next few months. The beginning of a new archetype, old archetype support fading off the map. You know, every Subterra player out there is happy that they've gotten what they've gotten, but much like anything else, you know, you guys are just one more card short from being, you know, a big boy standing at the table, possibly being able to do something. So, you know, this leads me to the next question, though. Like, I'm complaining about us needing archetype support, but what support do we need to give to these things? You know, I know everyone's sick of fucking Burning Abyss, but, you know, the realistic thing at the table is, you know, to make them a relevant deck again, they only need one or two more things. You know, like, what can we give them? You know, Noble Knights were a total fucking flop. You know, even with as much as they've given them, you know, you took away Kaiser Coliseum. You know, Kaiser was one of the only things that deck really had going for it, was just Kaiser Coliseum, slam it on the table, you know, hunker down and fucking pray, you know, that your Artorias doesn't die with the Excalibur. You know, that was honestly what that deck did. And they stripped that away from it. But, you know, Kaijus, Subterrors, UAs, these are all decks that, honestly, I'm sitting here, I'm complaining about UAs needing one more card, but I don't even... Draw cards are always spectacular. You know, like, we've learned our lesson. The old formula for success was what? Stratos and a Destiny draw. You know, if you give an archetype a Stratos and a Destiny draw, they'll come together on their own. And, you know, that's not really a laughing matter. I mean, that was like the standard ass formula for the fucking longest time in this game. And I remember the old blog, the guys that do the Yu-Gi-Oh! Singapore edition Facebook page now, that was a joke post that they made, but it's very much, you know, the reality of the situation anymore. It's literally just Stratos and D-Draw, so let's fucking give all these archetypes. I do feel like that Subterra Warrior is kind of the Stratos in their archetype. He does spectacularly so fucking much, and he is just kind of so small. Spirals, on one hand, they were a cool design, and being able to pop back row and things like that, but the support that we were given over time, like Spy Gal, like, really? You could have just put Super Agent in her name, and, you know, we could have had a fucking good deck, but the reality of the situation is it didn't happen. So, moral of this video, though, is to make people realize that these old archetypes, their support window is done. You know, they might get something, but if it's going to come, it's going to be in the form of in the core set. And I don't know how likely it is for Konami Japan to want to include that. So we'll have to wait and see. So what do you guys think? Leave a comment down below. What do you guys think? I'm going to be adjusting this and working with this setup for a little while. My lighting is absolutely atrocious in here. That's why I'm actually kind of amazed we have what we have, but we'll test it. So that's all I've got to really say for this video. Until next time, Duelist, hopefully we'll continue to get this down. Deucerinos, kids. And remember, we've made horrible regrets on the stream yesterday. My regional deck is gonna be booty butt cheeks. The ride never ends, guys. Make sure you enable those notifications to get the latest videos that are being posted on this channel. Make sure you guys check out VanCole40 for my Cardfight Vanguard channel. And join me and House of Champions on the Zodiac Duelist TV Twitch stream. We'll be interacting with our audiences. And please check out No Limit Gaming and LGTCG.com for the cheapest trading cards on the market. Thanks for watching, guys, and please have a good day.